In the last video, we hit the streets of London during VE Day and experienced that unbelievable festive energy up close.
But then a subscriber left a comment saying, "London was incredible, Maya, but what about Berlin? What was it like for the side that lost?" That's why in today's video, we're going to explore Berlin at the exact same time that London was celebrating. First, I'm going to head through the Soviet-controlled sector, and then I'll walk toward the British area. And later, I'm heading straight to the underground bunker where most people are hiding out. Okay, hey everyone, you guys asked for it, and here I am. Welcome to another time travel trip. Berlin, 1945. I just entered the Soviet sector of the city. You can actually notice Cyrillic posters over there. The tension is real. The scenery here is truly devastating. Walking through these ruined streets gives you a strange feeling. It's a heavy silence. Take a look behind me. Those are the women cleaning bricks with their bare hands to rebuild the houses. Their strength is impressive. Looking closely, their work is relentless. They pass bricks from hand to hand without missing a beat. They're doing this because most of the men didn't come back from the front. Now, it's up to them to rebuild the city. Did you know they're called Trümmerfrauen? It literally translates to rubble women. Some of them glance at me with curiosity, but they are completely locked in on the work of rebuilding their homes. I left the residential neighborhoods behind. Now I'm walking along one of the main avenues heading towards the city center. Look at this vintage Jeep passing by. The traffic here is strictly military vehicles and old trucks. Take a look at the poles and walls along this avenue. They're all covered in official Allied decrees in multiple languages. American and British soldiers are walking around here, doing constant patrols to maintain order. The wind is getting stronger and stronger out here, but I can already make out the Brandenburg Gate just ahead. Look at the sheer scale of this. We have finally arrived right in front of the iconic Brandenburg Gate. It's incredible to see the combat marks so close. The monument is completely riddled with holes. Soviet soldiers are patrolling right here in front. They keep watch over every single corner of this monument. I'm going to walk underneath the gigantic arches now. Let's see what's waiting for us on the other side. I walked a little further and arrived in front of the famous Reichstag building, the parliament. The stone walls are completely covered in graffiti written by the soldiers who took over the place. Looking way up to the top, the massive metal and glass dome completely collapsed. You can still see destroyed tanks and armored vehicles abandoned here in the front courtyard. I made it right behind the building and found this makeshift street market packed with people. Trade around here works strictly on bartering. Old currency buys almost nothing. American cigarettes and canned food are worth more than pure gold at these stalls. You can really feel the desperation and mistrust in the eyes of everyone trying to get some food. I just crossed the demarcation line and officially entered the sector controlled by the British. The signs around here have completely changed to English. It's incredible how fast the city changes its face. Look behind me. British engineering trucks are bringing in supplies and clearing the main roads.
I'm gonna keep walking down this avenue to find a safe place before night falls.
Some of these old buildings look empty, but many families are still living in the hidden basements. I reached an old public square, and the scene here is striking. There are completely destroyed electric trams sitting on the tracks. The overhead high-voltage cables are all snapped and dangling across the square's sidewalks. A few local residents are crossing the square carrying firewood, trying to keep warm in this bitter cold. Night is almost falling, and I need to find the main avenue that leads into the American sector.
Night has completely fallen, and I just entered the sector controlled by the Americans.
The city is almost completely in the dark, but here the Americans are using generators to light up the posts.
The cold is freezing now that it's night. I'm gonna find a safe shelter to spend the next few hours.
I've made it to the station. Hopefully the next train won't take too long.
The air down here is very stuffy, and you can hear the echo of footsteps bouncing off the concrete.
I made it to the platform. Dozens of local families have set up mattresses and blankets all over the floor.
The smoke from small oil lamps keeps the place dark, but down here they are protected from the cold. I'm gonna try to get some rest here too. Tomorrow we'll keep exploring post-war Berlin.
The day has broken, and I've come to a large food distribution area organized by the Allies. Massive cauldrons of soup and crates of bread are brought in by the soldiers to supply everyone. Each person brings their own tin cup or metal bowl from home to receive their ration. I've now reached the residential neighborhoods of Berlin. Walking through here really makes you think about the true cost of this.
While here the atmosphere is one of reconstruction and silence, the news coming from London shows a completely opposite reality.
Over in London, the people are extremely happy, celebrating in the streets with incredible energy and good vibes. You can understand their relief. After years of hiding in bomb shelters, the British are finally smiling again. Over here, their journey is just beginning. I'm going to move forward to see the volunteers clearing the debris. I walk down to the banks of the Spree River. It's impressive to see how even the city's waterways were affected. The old iron bridge that crossed the river was bombed and sits completely twisted inside the water. You can see some old cargo barges abandoned and trapped right along the riverbanks.
The freezing mist rising from the water makes the scenery even more silent and mysterious.
Seeing these battle scars engraved on the stone columns up close really makes you understand the gravity of recent history. Despite all the destruction around, the feeling that remains is that life always finds a way to begin anew. It's impossible to walk around here and not remember VE Day, the Victory Day that marked the official end of this conflict.
The contrast between London and Berlin is absolute. Over there it was an explosion of relief and joy, and here it is the weight of a new beginning.
I've reached the end of my walk through Berlin and decided to finish our journey here, near the iconic Brandenburg Gate. The video on the left is about VE Day in London, and the one on the right is what YouTube is recommending to you. Thank you so much for joining me on this walk through time in Berlin. See you in the next video.